So many questions that we're dealing with, and we have one person who has many answers for us, and that is Ken Graham, who is the director of the National Hurricane Center, who has joined us for the second time in an hour, which is, to us, amazing. Thank you so much, because I know you're so busy there. So thanks again for joining us.
Absolutely.
So I have a few questions for you. Let's begin with the big headlines. We've got lots of information coming in. People are reading things on social media, online. What are the key headlines you can tell us that folks need to know right now, today, about this storm?
Well, I think the key headlines is believe the strengthening. So as you look at the health of this storm on satellite, we're starting to see the eye. We're starting to see several places where you're getting that outflow, two different outflow channels that we were talking about earlier. So the storm's getting healthier. It is strengthening. So the big takeaway is it's going to strengthen. Nothing's going to stop it. The other takeaway here is, as you were saying, the slowdown is something interesting. So we're forecasting a Category 4 hurricane to make landfall 140 miles an hour, and then they slow down. When you make those turns, we've seen it so many times. When they make that turn, they tend to slow down. So these points here are 24-hour points, and that's more time. It's a pretty slow movement, so a lot of time for that rain, more time for those winds, tropical storm force, hurricane force winds for a prolonged period of time, knocking down trees and power lines. So yeah, pretty big impact. No matter the little changes in the track, we're still going to have an impact.
What's amazing by that track is that, we still have question marks about how much of South Florida will be affected, but it looks like places like Orlando and Jacksonville almost can't escape some part of this storm at some point. But I want to talk about, when is it too late for people to prepare? Today is obviously the day we're telling people, hey, get ready, assume worst case scenario, prepare yourself now. When is it too late?
Really, it's earlier the better. That's what we always tell people. And look at the onset of tropical storm force winds. This is something that we use to really talk about when to be ready by. And it's really important because when it's tropical storm force, look, it's dangerous to be driving. It's dangerous to be on a ladder or carrying plywood and that sort of thing. So this isn't just a coastal event. It's the interior of Florida as well. So of course, this is right, for instance, that right there is Monday morning. That's Monday afternoon and evening. So during the day Monday, tropical storm force winds approaching and getting across Florida. So you have today, you might have tomorrow, but you really need to wrap things up by late tomorrow and maybe on Sunday.